Hello traders out there in Traderland, my name's Dez here at Grok Trade on November 1st, 2012. Man, the East Coast getting battered. Knocked at the door, about 80 people dead so far. I think that number will only rise. They're calling it a superstorm, and Hurricane Sandy, they're saying, is ranking among some of the worst economic disasters ever. They're saying $50 billion plus in damages over there. So our prayers and thoughts certainly go out to everybody on the East Coast. Hang in there. A lot of you guys are without electricity, so you're not watching this video, but I went through a huge ice storm here in Indiana a number of years back, and we were without electricity for 2 solid weeks. And there was something almost magical, if you will, about that. Just being without electricity for so long and adapting and just being together with friends and family and being so close and only communicating and talking back and forth, playing games. So those people that are without electricity but safe in their homes, I can guarantee you these will be times we'll never forget. Anyway, let's get going here talking about the markets. We did have some decent news that came out today. This morning we had some economic news that come out. Initial jobless claims. Get this, fall by 9,000. So we're at 363 or 363,000 last week of jobless claims coming in, which is a nice little drop. And it looks like the private sector added, get this, 158,000 jobs in October. And then we have the U.S. Worker productivity growing by almost 2% in the third quarter. Really not too shabby. But tomorrow's jobs report is sure to be, it's going to get a lot of attention tomorrow. All eyes will be on that and be watching that pre-market. All right, let's take a look here at the technicals. Check this out, nice rally. If you remember yesterday's video, I said anytime you get this low base with these shadows, it wouldn't surprise me to get a nice big white barred candlestick here. And that's just, you know, a lot of people are congratulating me and saying great call and stuff. Listen, it's just 14 years of being in the markets here trading, and it could have went the other way just as easily. But I'm telling you, you can learn these patterns. You can see these patterns and see great opportunities. There's so much money just right here on this chart that I'm seeing that people didn't know how to take advantage of and just left money on the table. That's something we certainly teach. But anyway, let me get going here. So we had this significant drop. We went into a low base, and today we had a pop on okay volume. The volume's not huge, but you know, it's not small either. But we come back up above the EMAs, but we're hitting that resistance line of this 1429 that we've been looking at, and we're still below the 50 and 20-day moving averages. So we are coming into some resistance. Question is, you know, how will we do against that resistance? The bottom line is the markets are still broken. We still have broken down below a lot of support levels. And if you take a look here at the Dow, you'll see that we popped up, found resistance at that 13,278 that we were looking at, and then retraced right back down. But nice little pop here again, volume decent, but nothing to write home about. And then taking a look here at the NASDAQ, little pop. Now this is noteworthy. I was saying yesterday that we were in dire trouble because we closed below a major trend line. And we did a nice bounce off the 200, saving itself and bouncing right back up now over the 100-day moving average. We have the 20-day, the blue one coming down, the 50-day, the red one still above us. Now we're caught back inside all these moving averages, but we're back on the right side of this major trend line. So that was, it needed to happen. If not, you're going to have a bloody nasty looking red candlestick heading down. And you'll have small caps here. You can see this on the Russells. We started to break down, but then yesterday we popped up, really kind of saving itself, and we showed small caps showing a sizable strength compared to some of the other indices. So that was the catalyst to help launch today, and we're smacking the 20-day. The small caps are at the 20-day moving average, but none of the other major indices are. So this is showing some relative strength here, and this could be leading the charge. We do have this big bull bull flag here. And this bull flag could take off, and you could get a nice little run here heading up to about 870 or so if we can crack those moving averages in this resistance line. So it's certainly something to be watching for. And let's take a look here. Apple popped up higher high, higher low, and we're finding that support line right here coming down that we were talking about just yesterday. However, really no volume, really no follow through to the upside. And take a look here at Google. Google's trying to make a little pop here on, you know, a tick up on volume. And let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook, nice little pullback. Now we have an inside trading candle. We have lower high, higher low. Really a mute point at this moment, but could be out some opportunities for buying. But you have to watch the technicals yourself to know when that buying opportunity might present itself. Oh, and before I sign off here, consumer confidence hits the highest level since, get this, February 2008. Oh, and Pfizer third quarter earnings did fall by 14%. Ouch. And then it looks like Exxon tops the earnings per share estimates, though. All right, I threw a lot of news at you and a lot of stocks here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold pop up. It's starting to look a little bearish here. We got a bearish engulfing pattern, so it looks like it could be dropping. So something to be watching for. And let's get out of here. Take care and listen to the message that we have here next.
This may not be you, but traders who come to Grok Trade for help are sharp, well-educated, and have made money in the past. However, they weren't executing consistently nor disciplined in managing risk. They bought high and sold low. They let small losses turn into large losses. They kept losing money. This does not have to be you. They made a change before it was too late. Grok Trade students trade within the live markets with confidence. Get signed up today before it's too late for your trading.